Alright, y'all. Quick little 1-2. I bought this mild2wild switch because I put headers in the X pipe on my car, right? Once I bought it, I realized $75 for this is wild because I can make something like this for cheaper. And on top of that, you could buy something like this for cheaper without that name on it. Anyways, I pulled this shit out because one, I don't like having to use the remote when I'm inside the car, and usually when I want to fuck with my exhaust, I'm in the car, not outside the car. It's cool every now and then if you're outside and you want to hit the button, but 9 times out of 10 I'm inside my car. So I'm sending that back. I'm getting my $75 back, right? Excuse the mess. Right now I'm doing a little sound system, but I'll tell you what I did. What I did do. So I went on Amazon and I bought this fuse switch, which will still allow you to control your exhaust by a switch. That way you know when it's on, you know when it's off. Because before, I'd be like, damn, I'm gonna start my car, it's early in the morning, it's gonna be loud as hell, and I wouldn't know if it was on or off. Either way it goes, I could have tried to turn it on. Anyways, I bought that, right? Cool. But the real moral of the story is this thing right here. Now, if you have a C6 with the adaptive, not the adaptive, the, what you call it? The mag ride, right? And you go with coilovers like I did. Like I did back there. I got the silvers, you know, don't sleep. I got the just the regular ones, but I do have the adapters to go like the extreme low version. This is what it looks like. It can go lower in the back, but I'm getting off topic. So I've had this. Hold up. I've had this just sitting in my console, just with no purpose, right? So what I decided, I had a bright idea, is like, what if I can use this to control my exhaust? You know, be quiet when I'm here and loud when I'm here. Way better than having that switch, making an extra hole for that switch, and also utilizing this big ass knob that's still sitting on my console. So basically what I did was I got out my meter and I tested continuity. Let's hold it this way. God damn. Alright. Test continuity along those pins, right? There's what, 12 of them? Yeah, so if we count from the top as 1 on the first row, 1 through 6, in the bottom row 7 through 12. On touring, we have continuity between 7 and 12. And then when I switch it to sport, we lose it. Meaning that if I use those 2 pins with these 2 wires, I can then control my loudness and my quietness with this switch. So that's the plan. Show y'all what we have to do that. This is what you're gonna have. This is what plugs into it, right? So in order to do it, all you do is you pull this off, right? You just kind of lift up on that tab right there, do the same thing on this side, and that white tab will come off. When the white tab, I'll show you guys. Once that tab comes off, you're gonna have these three wires here like that, but this one, oh shit, these 3 wires here like that, but this one will be in that hole, right? So what you got to do is, once you pull this off, you go around to the front. And if you look down in there, there's those little tabs underneath the pins. Right there. So if you pull down on that tab, pull down on that and pull the wire out, that pin will slide out. Okay? Once that pin slides out of that 1, 2, 3, that fourth hole, then you just take it out and you plug it into that first hole, because that again is our that is our 7 and 12. So now I got a wire on 7 and a wire on 12. Right? I cut these, left some slack in there in case I ever need to reconnect this, but probably won't, because I don't plan on ever going back to the magnetic rod. But hey, it's there in case I need it. I'll test tape that up along with all this other stuff once I get it nice and neat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, plug it into that fuse down there where the mild2wild plugs in. I'll run it up. I will take this switch off, and then I'll just connect these two wires to these two wires, and at that point I should be able to control my exhaust right here. And when I'm in sport, it'll be loud, the valves will be open on the mufflers, and when I go to touring, then it'll be quiet. And that's about it. I just wanted to share that with somebody. If anybody's got this switch just sitting in their console, just taking up space, it's a great use for this switch. And if y'all want to get fancy, right, and you still want to have your remote control, and you can just pull this off and hook your mild2wild up right there and find a ground somewhere else, and you'll have your remote and your knob if you want to be extra. But yeah, that's it. I'll get back to y'all once all this other stuff is done and let you know how it works. Alright, so I got it all wired up. Got some heat shrink on there. Got my cord. I just gotta run it back, plug it in, put this back in the console, and we'll see if that works.